Welcome to the SAM Excel project tutorial. Here is where I will be showing you guys how to complete the Excel modules. So first, when you click on the link, here is your project assignment space. You'll see the assignment overview here, and we'll start. Here's your sandbox where you'll find the downloadable files. Here's where you'll save your work to SAM and submit for grades. Download all the files immediately. And you'll download two in this case. This will be your workbook and your instruction file. The instruction file will be a document, a Word document. Okay, so here we're opening up the Word doc, and it's a good practice to just go over the file first to see what the assignment is asking for. I like to just take a quick look at all the project steps really quick. Make sure it's not anything too crazy, which it won't be, but you know. And usually at the bottom of these files, you'll see what the final result should look like. Okay, next we're going to open up our Excel file to begin our work. I pre-recorded this tutorial before I actually am doing the voiceovers, so this is kind of interesting to watch my chaos. But what I'm doing here is opening up both files simultaneously and making them all visible in the window so that I don't have to flip back and forth between windows. I can just look back and forth left to right on the screen to complete this assignment. So when you open it up, you have your documentation page and you have your expense analysis page. In this case, the page is called a worksheet. So I'm just adjusting the window right now so that I can see both files well. So we're going to start with the first step. I'm not going to read this, but basically what they're asking is for us to enter the text Fiducia Bank in cell A1, thus providing a title for the worksheet. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm highlighting the cell and then I begin to type. And it's important to make sure that you're typing things exactly as the project steps ask you to. The next question says in cell A2, enter the text expense analysis to provide the subtitle. And you'll see that it's italicized. That makes it a subtitle in this format. Next, we're going to remove that in G1. And now we're going to, in cell D5, change the text 2026 to 2024. That's pretty simple. And the next in cell B15, we're going to enter the value 20,435. Again, simple, simple. We're going to use the fill handle, which means that we're going to drag the formula that exists in E6 through the column up until E10. Boom. Nailed it. And next, we're going to, in cell B11, we're going to enter the formula that uses a sum function to total the range B6 through B10. And I'm just selecting those cells and boom. And now we're going to copy that formula and paste it into range C11 through E11. So I dragged it in several ways, but in this case, I dragged the formula instead of copying and pasting. Either or would work. Now we're going to add branch And in cell B17, we're going to enter the value 50,325 as the mortgage amount and enter that same value across that row up until D17. You'll notice that the other numbers are changing as we enter more values for missing cells. Next, in B24, we're going to enter a formula that subtracts the value in B11 from the value in B20. So that means that we're going to say enter or equals B20 minus B11. And that is our very negative number. And now we're going to copy that formula across that range. Cool. Next, so I decided to show you guys how if you don't successfully click out of a cell in time, you might mess up your numbers. But I'm also showing you that the cells will highlight to show you which cells you're referencing. And we'll talk about referencing later in the semester. Next, we're going to use the average function to average the values in from B6 to D10. So equals, and then average. And then we're going to select B6 and drag all the way down to D10. Nailed it. And in I7, we're going to enter a formula that uses the max function to find the maximum value for the range B15 through D19. So that'll be equals, well, now I'm showing you the range equals max, boom, close parentheses, and now we have our number. And next, we're going to use the minimum function to find the minimum value in the range B6 through D10. Min B6, drag that to D10, close those parentheses, boom. Matt wants to identify the highest expense at both branches. Provide this information by copying the contents of cell A8 and pasting the value in cell J7 with no formatting. So when we copy A8, and then we try to paste it over there in J7, so we paste it regularly, it's going to bring the format of the table that it was in, but we don't want that. It said no formatting in the question. So we're going to go to paste. There's a little downward arrow, and we're going to go all the way down to paste values. And it's just going to leave us with the value of the cell, which is mortgage in this case. Now we're going to hide the grid lines for the expense analysis worksheet to make sure that it's easy to read. So the way that we do this is we're going to go to View. I don't know why I'm looking at all these things. But basically, you're going to go to View, Show, and then untick the grid lines box, and then you'll see like a fresh canvas. Next, we're asked to change the orientation, which is easy. We just go to page layout and then switch to landscape. And we're done. And like it says, your workbook should look like the final figure on the following page, which is exactly what it looks like. And you're done.